Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Finally gonna do the Q&A video that I've been planning to do for a while, and I posted it on my social media and I have those linked below. So follow me on there just to keep more in contact for like videos like this. So I know it's kind of hard to I'm not gonna make a video to say, hey, ask me questions, and then do another video with this, you know what I mean? So follow me on there, and that way you can leave any of that kind of stuff on there, and then I can include it in a true Q&A video. So yeah, I posted that a few weeks ago, and I got some questions from you guys, and I said you can obviously makeup related, makes sense, but if you have any other questions too, then you know, it doesn't have to be makeup related as well. So I just thought that I would answer those for you guys. So my first set of questions is from actual friends of mine that I know personally, so it's kind of cool. So my first one, I have them saved on my phone, is from Andrew, which is one of my very, very best friends, so hi boo. So he left me the question: if you were stuck in a desert island, what is one makeup item you have to have? Well, okay, so like if you were gonna do like the right answer, like the practical answer, chapstick. But oh man, that's so hard. Okay, this is really lame, but I would have to go with like a face powder. Yep. And I don't even really care if it's like full coverage and this and that. No, my ass would be so tan at that point, being stuck out on a freaking deserted island. But I am oily. I am an oily mess, and I cannot live without powders. So, a face powder. Yes. Yes. I know, it's kind of boring, but I can't pick one thing that's like an eyeshadow or something, because I can't pick a favorite. I just can't. Yeah. Okay. So next question is from Edward. Edward, why? Edward asks, hi Edward. He says, why is your face always so awesome? I woke up like this. It's just my face. It's just how I look. Heart your face, Edward. Kate asked me, how do I cover up dark circles under my eyes, and more of like from hereditary like reasons versus just lack of sleep. Like some people, you know, if that's just, it runs in the genes, man, and you just end up with some of those things. Kate, I will be honest, I don't typically have that problem myself. I am not tooting my own horn. I look tired. I have some lines for sure, but the actual darkness, I don't really get too often. But with that said, I did pick up a couple months ago this NYX Correcting Concealer Kit, and I want to show you that because I did use it even today. And actually it was funny, I wasn't super dark, but I did have kind of a little bit of a tone, and I'm like, oh well, okay, I'm gonna do this right now then because of this video even. And you know what, it does work. And I have heard this from, the reason why I purchased this too is because people always talk about that, is you need to like color correct before you put your concealer and foundation and that kind of stuff. And it just seems so weird to put things that are like purple or green or red on your face first, but it really does work. So with that is, if you take like a coral or a red color, I took this one today. I hope it's showing up for you. Like it's more of a coral type color, or even a red. I mean, that would work. And you put that, kind of dab it under your eyes, over all the darkness, then go over it with concealer or powder, or you know, I would say concealer, and then set that concealer with the powder, and you will see a big difference. You really will. Again, I can't speak to it too much of like, you know, this is what I have to do daily. I don't, but I know that it's a big thing that people have, and I get it. I totally get it. But I would recommend, and I like the way this felt. This was the first time using that specific one, and I liked it. It feels fine. I can't say whether or not it creases on me yet. It hasn't yet, but it's only been on for about an hour or so. But color correcting, that's what you want to try. I have heard a beauty hack out there too, and apparently it works just a little bit, maybe it feels a little funny, but apparently a red lipstick will actually even work too to conceal the darkness and then put your concealer over that. It's the weirdest thing, right? But I guess it does work. I just don't know that I'd like the way that really feels. Whatever. But yeah, so just go with that. Try that first. Let me know if that works for you too. And yeah, give that a shot. And the idea behind all these colors too is like the green one is for toning down redness. And I have done that before. Not this palette specifically, but I had another one. And I get a lot of redness on my cheeks a lot. And I'll put that over it. And no kidding, it really does help. It really does. I also feel like if it's not like over the top bad, then, you know, foundation or just simple concealer can do it too, you know. But if you really do have like a true issue with you need to correct a color, then I would definitely recommend something like this for sure. Hopefully that helps. Next question is from my friend Sarah. Hi Sarah. What's the easiest type of eyeliner to apply for someone who really isn't good at eyeliner? And don't feel like you are the only one at all. I've heard you mention one that's like a Sharpie, which is the Kat Von D one. Yes, you have heard me mention that, my God, all the time, right? And I'm wondering if that would be easier than other types. Here's my thing, and I was thinking about this question. I was like, how do I want to answer this the best way? Because it's such a, I feel like eyeliner is such a preference versus one actually being better, because I've heard so many people, like I love the Kat Von D Sharpie looking eyeliner. I love it. I feel like it just works best for me. It's simple. But there are people that hate this type and they like the gels, they like the liquid, they like the just pencil and stuff. So, I mean, again, it's more of just a true preference of what you feel you work best with. After trial and error, that ain't coming off. After trial and error, I will say for me, a Sharpie type, a pen, felt tip pen type is what I do best with, I think, on my upper lid. And why I say that too is I would not really use that on my lower lash line. I don't put eyeliner on my lower lash line often. I really don't. I mean, I have, and I do sometimes, but I get really sensitive eyes, and so I tend to just keep it on top so it's not really near my eye so much. That's a whole other thing, right? But I do like to use a pencil type liner like this for the bottom, or to tight line, which tight lining would be to put it like up on your waterline up high. It's a little awkward, but if I had to pick like a runner up to the Kat Von D, the felt tip type, I would say a liquid liner. Me working with a, let me show you. If I was to work with a brush, I'm gonna keep practicing it though. I really am. But if I was to work with a brush like this, which is very common, totally common for eyeliner, and do a gel eyeliner, which I do have. Hold on. I've had this a while, but I don't really grab for it, and there's a reason. But it is the L'Oreal liner, 24-hour L'Oreal Infallible Gel Liner. Now, I have used it a lot, in fact, but I am not good at it. This stuff works really, really good, though. I would recommend it. But, so the idea with that is you would dip in your brush and you would try to create this thing. Some people can do this flawlessly, like absolutely flawlessly. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that. So again, I'm going to keep practicing with it because I really want to get there with it, but I'm not there. And that method just makes sense to me, but it does not work for me. I just do not have that steady of a hand, and that is what it is. But so with that said, the liner up for me would be a true liquid liner. And that is just kind of like, you know, one of these. I feel like they just glide well. They're very, like, just one swoosh, you know? So I do like these a lot too. I just feel, again, for me, the felt tip is just a little less messier. It's a little less wet feeling. These do dry matte typically anyway, but just applying it, that's why, again, I still go towards that felt tip type. Tips for you though. What I say, just try different types, and don't go invest in like really high-end expensive ones while you're practicing. Just get a cheaper alternative of different types and play with those, and just keep playing with it. And I always tell people too, like at the end of the day, when you're gonna take off your makeup from whatever you did do that day, that's the best time to go and play with your makeup. Like before you're about to take it off, practice an eyeliner, practice your wing liner, all that kind of stuff, and just practice. What was I gonna say? Tips for you though, whatever method you choose. Elbow. It's a real thing. Have your elbow on a table when you're doing your eyeliner. If you go in, like right now, and I'm gonna try, you take it, and I'm gonna just try to get it all perfect, and I'm just here. No, it will, for someone shaky like me, having that like sturdiness of your hand being, or your arm being on something is going to help so much. So that's a big tip. Do that. Another one is very, very small strokes. And again, whatever method of eyeliner you choose, small strokes. It's great to be able to just go, woo, I did it. No. Again, if you can, good for you. I'm envious because it does not work for me. So I just do very little strokes at a time. And that works for me most of the time. I still have my days. And another tip, this is like something that I don't feel like maybe is talked about enough, and I think it's almost like a must, is look down when you're doing your eyeliner. Don't try to do your eyeliner like this. It won't work. Like your eye's in the way, it doesn't work. So the point would be, obviously you can't close your eyes and do it. That won't work either, right? You can't see what you're doing. But take a mirror, like a little, even a compact, whatever, and you're gonna do your eyeliner. I already did it, but you're gonna look down. See how I'm looking down? And that way you have full access to your eyelid. If that makes sense. So not like this, because now your lashes are in the way. It just doesn't work. So look down and you'll be able to see, but you're just giving yourself a better, canvas to work with. And same thing with applying false lashes. Totally do that as well. If you're trying to just, I'm gonna put them on now. No, look down. World of difference. So again, Sarah, I hope that's helpful. It's a really hard question to answer because I really do think that it comes down to just personal preference and what's most comfortable to you. But those are hopefully some tips to help you out. Yeah. So those were the questions I got from my personal friends, and I appreciate that. But I was trying to think, there's a few questions that I have gotten from on comments on videos previously, and a lot of them have now become like repeat questions, which is totally fine, and I answer them, comment back, not a big deal. But I want to take some of those now that are standing out to me and just put them on here more like globally as a response, since they're more popular questions, if you will. Number one probably would be where a lot of this stuff is all from, as far as like the storage and furniture and stuff. Real quick, my like 2 side tables down here, you can't really see, but you have, are from IKEA. The setup of bookcases over here and behind me, the shelf, that's all from Walmart.com. I don't believe it is on Walmart.com anymore, unfortunately, but when I did my beauty room tour last month, which I will link below, I have the links to where you can find this exact furniture and stuff. So even though it's not through Walmart.com, it's still sold. It's just I found it like somewhere else. But anyway, so that's a big one. But again, I'll link that below, and that goes over a lot of that in itself, of where like storage stuff is from and everything. Oh, my dad asked me the other day, do you actually, he's like, do you actually like use all this stuff, or like does a lot of it just sit there? And I'm like, it's funny. Obviously I can't say that every item gets used as much as it should. No, but I really do. Like I am one of those that does use it. There's a couple things still that I have not gotten to, like these, this was from the holiday collection, Chateau thing with these 3 palettes. I actually have not used these at all, and technically I've had them about a month. So I will, I just haven't yet. And but other than that, point is, I use everything. I really do. And I'll grab for stuff that I haven't grabbed in a long time because I want to keep using my stuff. So yeah, I actually really do. As much as I can, you know? I've also had the question asked of like, what is my favorite, I think I've said this before in a video, but what is my all-time like favorite makeup brand? And that is so hard because again, I love all brands. Like, I mean, I love to try so many different things. I'm not a brand whore, if you will. But if I had to pick one, probably NARS. I think NARS has really great quality products, and I love their tinted moisturizer for the face. I love their eyeshadows. They're amazing. Their lipsticks it's so funny. The Audacious lipsticks is something I really, really want to try, and I've heard nothing but great reviews about, and I've never had one. I don't have one, and I've never used them, and that's crazy. So I want to add that because I have not really tried their lip products. I really haven't. But their concealer, amazing. I'm on like a naked skin kick right now from Urban Decay, but I had the NARS one before and I loved it, and I still would get it again. I really would. Do you buy makeup just even though like you don't really like need it, or you didn't really fall in love with what it had to offer, but you wanted it just because of what it is or limited edition and that kind of thing? And the reality is, yes. Yep. But again, most of the time I will like something, like, or I will find a way to make the product work for me. I do, and people will go, well, that's wasteful, or that's stupid, or that's not, you shouldn't do that. And it's like, for me, as much as I want to use all of my things too and create different things, it's also my collection. Like, I want to have things because I want to grow my collection. It is kind of ridiculous. I'm not going to say it's not. But this is what I enjoy. This is what I like to do. And I really like to put a lot into it as far as just items and my knowledge. You know, I'm constantly reading on different things out there, and I want it because I want to try it hands-on. And even if it's not something that like I really gravitated towards just because I personally thought it was amazing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm guilty. It's true. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. It's already gotten a little bit long, and yeah. So I was thinking though, maybe like once a month I could post on my social media between Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I could post, you know, ask me your questions, or you can leave them too. You don't have to wait for that even. And we could do this maybe like once a month or something, like a Q&A. And again, it can be on anything. Obviously, I understand why it's going to be makeup related, but it doesn't have to be either. But yeah, it was fun. I hope I could help a little bit with the eyeliner question, especially, and the under eye. I know, like I said, I know I couldn't speak to that one personally too much, but that's what I hear, Kate, and I feel like that even doing it a little bit today, it did make a difference. So yeah. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching and all your support, and I will see you very, very soon.